We've all heard the story. They deleted social media for 30 days and it changed their life more than they could ever imagine. Then they re-download Instagram. I want to know if it's possible to replace my social media usage with something more productive. That way, maybe I don't re-download Instagram at the end. Let's go. We've always thrived in communities, but where the communities are based has now changed massively. From stories around a campfire to photos on this thing. Social media provides us with attention, praise, and ultimately satisfies our primordial need to have a place in a community. But let's take a step deeper. With each like, retweet, message, or comment, our brain releases dopamine along our pleasure pathway, and that makes us feel good, acting the same way as food, exercise, drugs, or sex. And this leaves us wanting more. Our brains are rewired to crave likes just as the gambling addict craves the risk of putting it all on black. If getting likes gets all this positive feedback, what happens when we don't? We can get feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression, because we compare our real lives of Netflix and Domino's, obviously, with the virtual highlight reel of others, ignoring the sweaty flight and food poisoning, instead only seeing the barley waterfall. Recently I've found that my screen time has been creeping up, and I've had the increasing feelings that my phone is using me for ad money, rather than me using it. I decided I wanted to make a change, so in an impulsive moment, I've deleted all of my social media apps. At first it was a strange feeling. I found myself picking up my phone, pressing where Instagram should have been, realising it wasn't there, and then putting it back down again. But because of that, my screen time dropped from 3 hours 20 to an hour 42 minutes on average per day. So, not bad. So to replace the app, I came across this app called Instapaper. It allows you to save blog articles to read later, and highlight your favourite parts to refer back to. I decided it should sit in the hole that Instagram left. Rather than filling every free moment in the day with a scroll through my Instagram feed, I've been reading interesting articles, maybe Tim Ferriss's productivity tips, or in a real rabbit hole I ended up on the geopolitics of oil, and I don't know how I got there. The main change I've noticed is in my attention. It now feels like I'm not sharing it between Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and the task at hand. Instead, I can remain focused and ultimately get things done much quicker. And given I'm not constantly seeing stories of my friends, it's made me miss them a little bit more. So it's made me a little bit more proactive in organising calls and messaging them to meet up. So overall, I think it's been pretty good change. The whole key here was to make a sustainable change, to take the positive community aspects of social media and leave behind the addictive and impulsive habit of pointless scrolling. So I've given myself 10 minutes a day. I check my social media on my laptop and reply to any messages. That way I'm not ignoring anyone, and I'm having my equivalent of a cigarette a day, cutting down from my original 20 pack. Social media fulfills the desire to be part of a community. It allows us to find our tribe and share our best memories with them. The problem comes when we begin comparing ourselves to others and using it out of impulse rather than pleasure. For those looking to make a change, the first step I'd recommend is to turn off all your notifications. Stop them from drawing you in. If that's not enough, try replacing it. Instapaper worked well for me, but maybe it's the Kindle app or another one that could fill the gap for you. If you do give it a try, drop a comment down below and let's start a conversation. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've got some value from the video, and I'll keep you updated with my progress. I'm currently going strong, but that could change at any moment if I get a bit bored, so we'll see. If you want to see more from me, then I'd love for you to subscribe, and I will see you next week.